a big difference between NA and Europe. I mean, if Quincy Crew is being threatened at all in any way of going down to Division 2, they probably just straight up disband.
The battle begins.
Maybe next year. NA is getting better, Cap.
Is getting better, but it's still a 3-team region when it comes to who's going to the major. Quincy Crew, they do manage to get that extra bounty rune, so good start for them. We see some vision games, a very deep lane wards coming from the off lane of Quincy Crew.
This is just a Weaver play here.
Yeah, sniping some couriers, so we'll see what Milan does.
Exactly, and you see he's done it a little bit further back as well, so just in case they do scout out for the behind the tower ward, they probably won't be able to find this one. There is a courier walking down the lane. Is he going to be instantly reacting to that, little old Milan? No, he's not.
Maybe he thinks, Sentry's not worth reveal. Like if you're going to reveal, potentially, quote unquote, reveal that ward.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be a big ticket.
It's got to be like taking away all their regen. Like, oh, they've got double salves coming in. Like, let's go ahead and kick that out.
I mean, there's a lot of 4 players where any courier kill is a good kill, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just gold.
And stats at the end of the day.
Ponlo opens up his easy camp. We'll see whether or not he's able to keep it open, though.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
They don't have any sentries. Actually, yeah, they don't actually have any other sentries on this off lane from TSM, so it will just be about body blocking it if required.
Yeah. Meanwhile, see whether or not Moonbeander is able to push away. I mean, we need to see this lane for Quincy Crew. If they want to be able to even things out, they need to be able to push out this Underlord, right? With the Razor lane. I feel like Undying Razor, if you're not winning your lane, what's the point?
And I feel like they're on a trajectory where they won't be winning the lane. I'm just seeing the resources that Ponlo has right now. He went for the Windlace, 1 salve of Mango, and you see the aggression coming out here.
Oh, almost dies already. In fact, he will. He just barely gets burned down. Moonmeander goes for the TP back to base. He says, okay, we got first blood. Go ahead and drop some items, Saberlight, and I will ferry them back to the lane. And you are, with level 1 Link, unfortunately, you just can't really punish this Underlord enough.
Yeah, that was my concern there. I just feel like this, he just didn't have enough resources to be able to continue fighting. So after only 2 minutes of bullying, he needed to try and find that, that sacrifice, suicide to the tower, and giving away first blood as a result of it.
Yeah, that's got to feel pretty bad. Particularly as in this 1v2, he's still not able to shove Saberlight out. This Saberlight is level 2, has 2 levels of Atrophy Aura. It's also why he's able to kind of like man up against the Static Link. Once we get the higher levels of Static Link, maybe things will start changing around a little bit, but by that point it feels almost too late, right? Because then he just is going to Firestorm the wave and shove it out and call it a day.
And also you can just Firestorm and stand in the spot, so if the Razor wants to get that Link off, he's going to take, the damage.
Getting a healthy Link here while Ponlo with his Windlace is looking to be able to chase down Moonmeander. So now he's getting a bit more punish. He's not going to go for the kill, but Shackles healing up Moonmeander just a little bit. I always forget about that. It looks like Saberlight is gone all the way, cut around the trees to get away from the Razor, and will cut the wave a little bit into the easy camp.
Oh, and a Tombstone, all right, Ponlo.
Yeah. Fortunately, he's got some rabbit, at least 1 rabbit, 2 rabid zombies on him, so it does do a healthy amount of damage. Ponlo, oh no, he couldn't get off the second decay, and maybe he still gets a double kill. Ponlo, what a redemption for him. Feeds away the first blood, but then 1v2 finds the double.
I was like, oh no, Ponlo, what have you? And then he just turned it around.
He did the maths.
But God, actually,
That's how you know a man's not from NA. He did the maths exactly. He was completely right. 2-2. How's their mid lane matchup going? 22-4, 22-2. So the Ember Spirit's doing quite well. We'll watch that one again.
Okay, now we see. Okay, so it's Firestorm, 1
stick
clip.
charges.
Yep. Oh,
Saberlight's walking away.
He backed off.
Yeah. Surely you just commit and accept the death. I mean, if you die after the Undying dies, like, okay, whatever. Sure, he gets some gold, but...
It was a matter of pride at that point. He just didn't want to die to the Undying that he was running away from. You always got to respect the Undying, especially within the early stick, but Yeah, all right. A nice little recovery there from Ponlo. This was a lane that looked like it was going pretty south, but nice little clutch play.
Yeah. And the Razor getting a bunch of solo experience probably means, yeah, he's well on his way almost to level 5. So the Underlord's going to have to do a lot of back laning now.
Yeah, I mean, we were just about to talk about this. Oh, the Undying, the Shaman, they're both going to be level 4, level 5, playing the lane with confidence. And yeah, all right. Quincy right back in it, but you're talking about the mid lane. What is it?
He doubled down on the wards. You really man one.
Has he got a courier yet, though? I feel like he hasn't even got one.
I don't know.
Let me double check. Ah, no, he did. He's killed Dubu's courier off, actually. No, he got one.
Okay. And he did pick up an urn. Chasing away. The tombstone's out, and it will be actually denied by Pombo. So he makes sure not to give away that bounty, at least.
Yep, the key thing is he also moved in. Got the ward on the top side of the rune as well. Oh, here we go. Come on, Milan. You know you want it.
Oh, he does.
You know the worst thing here?
Has been killed.
Timado was very heads up. He knew that Milan was sniping on vision. He brought the courier in the tree line on the way out.
Yeah.
And on the way back, he was like,
automatically back. Yeah.
But like Timado, he knew. Like he purposely made sure he didn't.
Oh, Milan! He tries to contest the runes, but Bryle gets there first and punishes Milan for showing his face with a big sonic wave.
And a tip to boot. Yeah. Is this often happening in these series? I don't think we saw any.
I don't see Bryle tip too often, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep up to date with who tipped who, and you know, the previous series were a bit bland on the tips, but this one.
I mean, there is something about Quincy Crew TSM, like a big way that series went the way it did, right? Was the supports constantly rotating through to the mid lane and securing power ins, right? We talked about that on the panel, so maybe that's just like a bit of a, yeah. Do the same old thing for Quinn that you did last time, but this time, you know, I've got an answer for you. Saberlight goes for a TP out. Oh, that had to be real close. That feels pretty bad. Barely doesn't complete the TP, barely goes down beforehand from that last swing of the Razor.
Beautiful stuff. Now you are. He's living the dream.
He is.
Well on the way to level 7. Got treads. Wraithbound, yeah, he's got no contest here.
Quinn really forcing some sort of heavy reaction out of that Queen of Pain.
Tower is under attack.
I mean, I feel like this is like Ember Spirit 101. Once you get the levels, you want to be parking yourself behind the towers, poking and prodding with the sleight of fist, just being really annoying. If one hero wastes the TP, suddenly you're TPing to a side lane and killing that core off. So you have to respect that this aggression will be here.
Very important. Securing these stacks if they can get it. Ponlo maybe giving up his life for this one. 1-for-1 trade-off here. The tombstone is still doing some damage to these creeps. But I'm not sure if they've got any way to finish them off. Maybe Quinn could come over and clear it.
Milan might try and sneak in for the Sakuchi to clean up a couple of them.
Saberlight.
Oh, you are actually.
Yeah, you are comes in and it's Bryle. He blinks away. Quinn. Oh, barely hits him with that one. Just the slight and then the urn ticks to follow it up. And Milan turns it right back with the tip to Bryle. Now, some more urn charges. Gonna threaten Moonmeander as well. Both sides have some heroes coming in. Supports on either side. Big stick charges keeps Milan alive here, but Moonmeander is gonna be chased down by Quinn. The burn damage, and he has no disables up until a second. He can get him underneath tower here. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Saberlight actually following this one up, but do they have a Pit of Malice? They've got a Hex. That's good enough to get the kill. Quinn is overextended himself, and in the process, probably brought Ponlo down as well. He'll throw a tombstone on the high ground, but oh, Milan wants to go for the deny, but he doesn't have the reach to get there. So 2 kills going the way of TSM FTX there.
I mean, just clutch from TSM. I think, you know, Moonmeander, the amount of control that he had there. Ember Spirit underneath the tower. No root on Undying. Like, he TP's in, and he's just relying on Shaman for the control. Yeah, concentrate. They're trying to be just very annoying, which is what we mentioned, right? In the draft, we wanted them to be annoying.
Yeah.
Are you excited over the bounty room?
I was excited that Moonmeander spotted such big stacks.
Ah, okay, cool.
That was big triple stack on either side there. So you know they're gonna fight over that because
and Quincy Crew scanned it out. They just scanned the stacks as well, and they assume that they're being taken, but they're not. So we're gonna see a battle for the stacks.
Oh my Goodness, everyone's going to be throwing so many spells in this area, and Saberlight's got one of the best, this Firestorm. They try and pull some creeps away from that area. Maybe they can make a fight of it, but no. So TSM FTX, I mean, that's just got to be a straight W for them. I don't know. We can't tell how many creeps really got split there, but even just taking half of the experience is well worth it.
But if we get the highlight, the replay, yeah, there we go. And then we slow-mo and check for the colors here. So 2 to purple,
the yellow,
3 to purple, oh, 2 to
heels.
swap, yep.
Yeah.
Another 1 to Underlord, oh,
Purple, yeah.
1 to yellow, Pugnet.
Yeah.
You know what?
It feels like that was a lot of radiance side there.
I think only 1 went to Undying there. Oh, and this is the quick Roshan that you see with Shaman, but Quinn's perfectly in the air. We've been literally playing mid lane for the last 3 minutes, so it was a rather ambitious attempt.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they keep
But he's still doing it.
You can keep pulling him out of the Roshan pit and keep doing this damage.
Yep.
So it's going to die eventually.
Just who's going to take it?
Exactly. So it's all about the timing here and who controls the area. The Tombstone's going to be one of the best tools for that, but the Tombstone is being addressed. It quickly goes down. The Razor comes in from the side, but with the Queen of Pain, the monster bit of damage, that's going to be quite enough. Roshan almost going for the clap, but it looks like it's with the inside. They do manage to grab the Aegis away. Balan, Kezu, they pop the arena together. Kezu and Quinn both very low, but Quinn does not want to let this Aegis die. He should be able to get out, and they're going to go for a quick refresh back to the Mountain, and then they're going to just go right back to mid, I think. And can they take this mid tower or something with that?
Just a full
Radiant's
reset.
top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah,
Dire's
that is the
bottom
value
tower
of Shadow
is under
Shaman.
attack.
You go to the Roshan pit, you slap down your wards, as long as you just keep aggroing the Roshan back out of the pit so he's not slowly clubbing them down. You force Quincy Crew to think about it. And also, this early fights, there's a Nether Ward on the ground, there's the Firestorm you would think about, the Serpent Wards. There's so many like ground things that Quincy Crew have to get through. And then on top of that, they have to try and find the damage to kill off these heroes that are also rather tanky.
It looks like both teams were making that a priority in the draft, right? Because it started with Pugna with a ward, and then Quincy Crew got Mars and Undying, which is big, you know, like ground control area, and then Underlord Shadow Shaman. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to beat that much. Ponlo should get run down here.
The fact that TSM are able to take that Aegis, they also didn't really need the help of Timado. We've not mentioned him at all in this game so far, and that's a good thing for TSM.
Yeah.
He's living the dream. 104 CS in lane, over 20 denies.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Razor got involved, and he actually died for that, so that is a big reason why there is such a big net worth difference between Chaos Knight and Razor here.
And the thing here, in the upcoming minutes, we're going to see this timing of CK's aggressive, but with Armlet Blink, whilst Razor is going to be aggressive with the BKB. So if CK finds initiation, you can mitigate that BKB even being useful. 100 to 0 with the burst of Cop on top of that. But on the flip side, if Razor gets into the fight, you could just prevent CK and the value of his, 7k net worth right now.
Smoke in, Arena on 4, what a beauty, but do they have the heroes to follow it up? They've got a really nicely placed Tombstone. They need to address that. The wall's not actually protecting it, and there's no heroes behind it either. In fact, Timado's going to show up to his first fight, blows up Ponlo. Quinn is still in the neighborhood with that Aegis, and he sees a lot of low heroes. He finishes on Moon Meander, gets a double for that, and will he dive in for Saberlight? Milan's going for it, spots him TPing out. That's all they get. That's all they see. And TSM FTX probably walk away. Oh, didn't get the tier 2. That would have been nice.
Yeah, they really wanted it. They brought pretty much all their sieging heroes to try and take that tower. But yeah, overall, you see here, gold exchange, pretty much dead even.
Yeah.
It's now going to be this point of the game here. The CK, he just bought the Blink Dagger. Being shipped out? Yeah, it's being shipped out now. How are they going to play around this? They also, you have to respect the fact that this Ember Spirit did snatch the Aegis in that 11-minute fight.
Yep.
So simply jumping him isn't an option. It's going to be blowing up the Mars, blowing up the Razor, or even just killing off the supports if they are just egregiously out of position. Yeah,
with that Blink Dagger, they feeling pretty good. They're going to smoke up. They run into Ponlo. Not the ideal. He breaks the rest of this smoke. Need to make sure the Razor gets out of here. The Blink forward is going to make sure that the Undying does die, but he gets off a Tombstone. Are they going to play for this Tombstone? Looks like it. Quinn's going to actually keep them under the spell here. A few more zombies come out, but TSM FTX will retreat cleanly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice quick tank up for there from Ponlo, just preventing them getting anything further. Also from Quinn, like he's been playing on pretty much no mana for the entirety of this Aegis so far. He's just been running around, constantly poking and prodding. But yeah, they're not using this Aegis to try and take the fight in any way. They're just securing their own game. Now that they see the Blink Dagger on CK, it's more about just good positioning. Make sure that you have your entries to the jungle warded up, prevent any of these smokes, don't get caught by surprise, and then just make Timado feel like he needs to farm another damage item before he looks for another aggressive play.
And tier 2 is going to die.
It was only a matter of time.
But they can catch some heroes for it. Moonmeander drops the wards and accepts his fate. They're actually going to drop the Dark Rift here. They're going to bring more heroes. They throw out the spear. Not quite enough to finish off Moonmeander. The Aegis is going to go out here. So Ember Spirit will come back with a second life. Moonmeander ready to go with the instant Hex. They're going to catch Quinn. Can they kill him fast enough? Pull back in with 2-second stun. Just a chain of disables all around, and nobody from Quincy crew is able to get in there. Quinn just dies for free. Milan almost spotted and killed as well. He goes to the TP out. They don't have any vision left.
Yeah, TSM just relentlessly moving from objective to objective, forcing the Roshan, making Quincy crew have to fight them, going towards the tower, making them have to defend it. And in doing so, like you're seeing Quinn, he's the one, the biggest victim to this playstyle. Ember Spirit is pivotal in the early fights to poke and prod and to delay, and he's just nowhere near his BKB. He's about 1,000 gold away. Yeah, Quinn really trying to, you know, do a lot of work here for his team to enable the farm. But then these scenarios happen. And the Shaman, no.
Dubu. Dubu feeling pretty good about this game. They're actually up 5k net worth at 16 minutes. Not to say the Quincy crew, it's not possible for them to come back, but they wanted to be the ones leading and controlling this game. Ponlo's gonna die again. Looks like Moonmeander is gonna get caught here as he shackles for a while, but ultimately Quinn does find the kill. They gotta just kind of back away here.
An important kill there from Quinn. Just mentioning his BKB, he's now 200 gold away.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, generated a lot of gold recently, and that BKB, Razor with BKB, him with BKB, that has to be a move. You need to take the fight to TSM at some point. You have to try and get this CK to jump on him with his Phantasm, only level 1, so it's going to be him and his one other illusion. Even though he's strong, it's still one of his weaker timings, because CK is disgustingly good. Scales beautifully into most games. Oh, nice. Smoke on smoke action, but TSM aren't aware that this BKB has come into play here.
Yeah, the double BKBs are going to be a very big factor for this next fight. So Quincy crew, they want to be able to catch as many heroes as possible. They actually find that Kezu has jumped and killed before anything goes on. Quinn gets right in the middle of everybody though. Pops his BKB, the Underlords Dark Rifting in. They do manage to blow up the Shadow Shaman and chase down some of these heroes. Timado's going to be dying up next. They do manage to kill Milan on the side there. Bryle and Saberlight get the kill and get out. So a 3-for-3 exchange and a fight where we have fresh BKBs. That's still feels pretty good for TSM FTX, I would imagine. You see the gold favoring Quincy crew, but I still don't think that was that terrible.
It wasn't that terrible, but I think Quincy crew is still going to be very happy with the outcome of this fight. Their big team fight aerial control hero Mars got picked off instantly, but because of the double BKB timing, they were able to turn it around. You see Quinn now be able to tank up in the middle of the fight. Razor just running through the roots, brushing them off, doesn't care anymore. Timado dropping it instantly because both Ember and Razor were on top of him.
Milan thinking long and hard about how they keep winning these fights. And what is the win condition for both teams? Like, how does Quincy crew, like, what is their ideal engagement? And what does TSM's look like?
Well, it's actually kind of beautiful because TSM is about initiation and surprise because of the CK, because of the co-op. But they love playing drawn-out fights because of the tankiness of Pugner and what an Underlord provide. And on Quincy crew, they just want to react. They want someone to run into them. You get the perfect tombstone off. You got Weaver with an axe maybe later on down the line. That the return in the fight with the arena. So yeah, I think both drafts actually play into each other, where TSM needs to find the pickoff. Quincy crew wants to find that counter initiation. And it's more on TSM that this mid fight where they got surprised by that Ember BKB, they can't let that style of fight happen again. Quincy crew will thrive, and this 4-5k lead that they have will slowly become an even game. And this Razor will slowly build up the net worth. Even though net worth is very healthy to TSM, I'd argue it's an even game just because of this window right now where CK can't really threaten the double BKB.
They're going to force out the BKB here, and they're going to go for the kill on the Underlord. Dark Rift going out. Any stuns? No stuns. Where was the spear? Kezu, I saw him pump fake it towards the very end there. Actually did throw it out. They're actually going to go back in now because they've used so many spells. They drop the wards, drop the Hex. Moon Meander is going to get burnt down for this one, but Saberlight's back in town here. The BKB goes on from UR, so TSM still need to play the distance away from this Tombstone. Turn around, Sonic Wave. Kezu pulled back into his death as Timado claims the double, and they finish off that Tombstone. Now TSM FTX start flooding the field. Did cost them a buyback on Moon Meander to be able to win this, but what a win it was. Now they get the Weaver as icing on top of a delicious triple kill steak.
And that's not the fight I expected the Quincy crew to try and take. I understand that the Underlord was a bit out of position, but the fact that they don't have the stun after the fact to prevent that TP out just allowed TSM to slowly turn it around. And you know, CK, he saw all the spells be used. He then found his initiation when possible.
Ember's BKB, is that on cooldown? Yeah, a couple of seconds here. If they catch him right now, they might be able to get this kill. In fact, with the chain disables of the Shadow Shaman, that is indeed the death of Quinn. A big kill, dominating streak being given away.
And the tips as well.
And lots of tips rolling in.
That one hurts because his BKB came up as he was shackled, so he's like, I could, no. Then he dies. TSM, they're just playing like really annoying Dota, which is very good though. Like the way in which they're non-stop throwing down their spells at these towers, making Quincy crew react. They're building up a lead just through just aggressively posturing. Sure, they die a couple of times, but the overall game plan for Quincy is never getting the ball rolling. They never have found this perfect fight where it's the Tombstone into Arena, Razor linking the CK, because TSM, there's so much stuff being thrown into these engagements.
Watch that fight again. This is the one where we didn't get a stun. Saberlight. Oh, the Orchid was silent. Yeah, Kezu. And then it's too late. By the time he realizes he's the one to stun.
You hurt the one.
He's got one of those like a chin strap webcam, so he's actually got that perfectly during the entire game. Or he's playing one-handed. He's just holding the camera the entire time.
Might explain some plays. Wapa's gonna blink up to the high ground here, get some vision, actually maybe spots a fast kill onto the Undying. Freebie. And it's so important because now, oh no. Milan dies as well, TSM FTX. Let's see if Roshan's up. Oh, it is! Fantastic! All right, boys. It's 5-on-3. Let's do Roshan with our Shadow Shaman wards.
Well, such an even game has now fully gone to TSM. CK doesn't care anymore. I think he's about to disassemble Echo to get BKB.
Yeah.
He can pick off any hero that he sees pretty much if he gets the stun and jump. They're living the dream now. They've overcome the one window in the game, or at least the mid-game timing that Quincy could have played for. They survived it. They've outplayed them. Now got this Aegis.
We say lowest hero in the game on damage was the Mars, and something we didn't talk about was, well, Quincy crew were doing well in top and mid lane. They were doing pretty well in those. Bottom was the worst lane by far for anybody. Kezu was way down at net worth, and he has not managed to recover since. A blink dagger onto Quinn catches him out, stuns just long enough to be able to get a massive kill.
CK is a fair and balanced hero.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of Dota, right? BKB, best hero at allowing yourself to survive team fights. But if you're getting initiated on and you don't press it, it's useless. You're dead. Yeah. And CK is one of the heroes that abuses that type of play where you need a BKB to survive from his initiation. If you just don't get it off, then yeah. It's Timado, very quick on the fingers and punishing Quinn.
BKB for Saberlight. His Underlord has been super disruptive this game. The fact that he managed to, you know, do all right for himself against a Razor lane, and now is super farm. Milan's got to be careful. He's been trying to cut some ways, find farm where he can.
Yeah, I like the way that Saberlight's played this game because he's identified that if he's annoying enough and in the front lines,
spear back immediately. The Dark Rift is coming in. UR's got to get out of here. He's going to try and get out, but unfortunately for Kezu, he is still struggling to get his
Brow's
BKB.
going
In
with it.
fact, they might still get this kill. Brown's gonna pop his BKB for it. UR gets a little bit of help there from Ponlo. A little buff heal, just enough that Brown has to give up on that kill, though. Quinn gets hot again. This Blink Dagger Chaos Knight is relentless. Silence into the Orchid silence as well. Milan, pickoff after pickoff. Quincy Crew is falling apart here, T-Governor.
Yeah, I don't see what they can do to get back into this game now. How do you kill this CK who's just running through with an Aegis? Maybe after Aegis is a play here, but the speed in which TSM has just moved across the map and the way in which they got tanky so quickly. BKB on Saberlight running in. If he tanks up an arena, they're done for. Like Quincy Crew, they rely on pretty much arena spear and hope to kill that one hero. But it's so difficult. It is so difficult.
Serpent Wards, are they going to be giving up lanes here? I mean, they don't want to blow any buybacks.
Well, mid lane's gone. Mid lane's gone. Like, if you take the fight here, you kill a hero, these Serpent Wards take it anyway. So
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
this has been a beautiful showing of Shadow Shaman and what you can do with the hero.
Dire's middle barracks.
So, Serpent Wards take both the melee and ranged barracks. A shard next for the Underlord, so he can just, with his BKB, walk in with a Firestorm on himself.
So good. I like when heroes that are traditionally aura buyers, they didn't just become BKB buyers instead. So rather than helping the team, they just become a unit in themselves. It's like, don't worry guys, I'll just tank everything up.
Yeah, the MR factor.
1000% the MR factor.
Yeah, becoming more of a damage dealer and less of a utility hero.
But in doing so, you soak up so many of the key spells that your Cop gets to blink in without threat, your CK gets to blow someone up without threat.
Yeah. Smoke up underneath the vision of Quincy Crew. Blink forward, but doesn't actually catch anything. Quinn does get off the BKB this time around. He goes for the backline. He sees all these switching heroes. They're all inside the arena. A good start for Quincy Crew, but a Sonic Wave beautifully laid out with Saberlight and Timado on the other side of the arena, quickly pouncing. Saberlight does get burned out though. Quinn, he's gonna have our time living here, and he's just too slowed down, not able to jump to a remnant. Milan and Yawar battling it out. Ponlo's gonna buy back, trying to help out the Razor, trying to keep him alive. A little bit of heals. Is it enough? It's not. Timado gets that kill. Bryle also manages to pick up the kill on Milan, and now Ponlo's going to be run down inside of the base. Triple for Timado, TSM, FTX. And look like they are just going to clean house against Quincy Crew here.
Yeah, because they tried to go for like a Hail Mary smoke wrap around, but in doing so, they cut in. Timado's blinked past them. And even with the CK not using ultimate, he has the shard now. He didn't have it for the last 20, the last like 12 minutes of the game, but he picks it up, and any hero that he stuns, he's going to still be able to 100-0 them pretty much.
I mean, surely they got to stop Timado here, right? He's got 15 seconds left on the Aegis. He's going to turn off the armlet, so he does die. If they get a stun on him immediately, no, gets off the BKB first, and actually turns around, goes for the kill on the Kezu. And if he wants, he could probably try and TP out, but he's actually got Dubu joining him. The Dark Rinse is coming in from the inside of the base, so he's going to be completely fine. Quinn pops the BKB for the Hex to come out from Moon Meander, but he gets the Hex in turn onto Milan. Slips into the trees, but cannot get far enough away. No way to outrun Timado. Pulls in hero after hero into the Illusion's death. 25,000 net worth lead, 2 lanes of barracks up, and TSM FTX, they are looking to be able to secure both their spot to the major and Evil Geniuses.
Quincy Crew, not GGing out yet. They understand the severity of the situation. Hoping for a misplay from TSM, maybe an overextension or something.
Dead.
Such a massive difference in points here. Third instead of potentially second or first, and no opportunity to make up more points at the major. An arena goes out, but the Ember Spirit already dead. Yawar has to pull all the damage weight by himself. The Tombstone quickly addressed. It's not going to be alive for long, and now it's the Razor caught as well. That's going to be 2 dead. The 2 cores rather dead, and GG is called out. Quincy Crew congratulating TSM FTX, who has secured themselves a spot at the major.
I mean, it's impressive stuff. I mean, this was a really beautiful game to watch.